Experience is not what happens to a man, it is what a man does with what happens to him. Facts do not cease to exist because they are ignored. The secret of genius is to carry the spirit of the child into old age, which means never losing your enthusiasm. There are things known, and there are things unknown, and in between are the doors of perception. An intellectual is a person who has discovered something more interesting than sex. That men do not learn very much from the lessons of history is the most important of all the lessons of history. Science has explained nothing. The more we know, the more fantastic the world becomes, and the profounder the surrounding darkness. Medical science has made such tremendous progress that there is hardly a healthy human left. A bad book is as much of a labor to write as a good one. It comes as sincerely from the author's soul. Great is truth, but still greater, from a practical point of view, is silence about truth. There is only one corner of the universe you can be certain of improving, and that's your own self. Technological progress has merely provided us with more efficient means for going backwards. Happiness is not achieved by the conscious pursuit of happiness. It is generally the byproduct of other activities. The propagandist's purpose is to make one set of people forget that certain other sets of people are human. The most shocking fact about war is that its victims and its instruments are individual human beings. Most human beings have an almost infinite capacity for taking things for granted. Every man's memory is his private literature. Official dignity tends to increase in inverse ratio to the importance of the country in which the office is held. Dictators can always consolidate their tyranny by an appeal to patriotism. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you mad. Good is a product of the ethical and spiritual artistry of individuals. It cannot be mass-produced. The deepest sin against the human mind is to believe things without evidence. God isn't compatible with machinery and scientific medicine and universal happiness. You must make your choice. Hell isn't merely paved with good intentions. It's walled and roofed with them. Yes, and furnished too. We object to the morality because it interferes with our sexual freedom. Liberties are not given, they are taken. The surest way to work up a crusade in favor of some good cause is to promise people they will have a chance of maltreating someone. The more powerful and original a mind, the more it will incline towards the religion of solitude. Most men and women will grow up to love their servitude and will never dream of revolution. Words can be like X-rays. If you use them properly, they'll go through anything. Actual happiness always looks pretty squalid in comparison with the overcompensations for misery. A man may be a pessimistic determinist before lunch and an optimistic believer in the will's freedom after it. We participate in a tragedy. At a comedy, we only look. The impulse to cruelty is, in many people, almost as strong as the impulse to sexual love, almost as strong and quite as natural. A belief in hell and the knowledge that every ambition is doomed to frustration at the hands of a skeleton have never prevented the majority of human beings from behaving as though death were no more than an unfounded rumor.